My dear students, so I'll take a problem on hexagonal prism under the chapter projection of solids. So previously I have solved two problems, that is a square prism, pentagonal prism, and I'll take another problem, hexagonal prism. Now in this problem, so the problem is like this: a hexagonal prism, 25 mm sides of base and 50 mm axis length, rests on HP on one of its edges. Rests on HP on one of its edges. Draw the projections of the prism when the axis is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. It is missing here. 45 degrees to HP appears to be inclined to VP at 40 degrees. At 40 degrees. This is the problem. Now, first of all, you should understand what is a solid. Solid is a hexagonal prism. Okay, hexagon, it's the top and bottom base are hexagonal shape, and the size of the side of the hexagonal base is 25 mm. Okay, and the axis of the prism is 50 mm. It is resting on what? Resting on HP. On what? Corner side. It is resting on one of its edges, means side, edges of the, okay, of the base, edges of the base. Draw the projections of the prism when the axis is inclined at 45 degree HP. And lastly, one word he has mentioned, appears to be inclined to VP at 40 degrees, means the axis is making angle with VP, but it appears to be inclined to VP at 40 degrees, means what? Here the angle given with VP is not true, it is apparent angle, it is apparent angle. Okay, so in the previous problems on planes, appears to be inclined to VP, appears to inclined to be HP, appears to be word if it comes, then it is understood that the angle given for third position is always apparent angle, and at that time it should not go for beta angle calculation method or locus method. Okay, here also the same rule is applied here also for prisms or any solids also. So it appears to be inclined to VP at 40 degrees. Now that we'll see later on when you come to the third position drawing. First we'll start. So as I told you, as a problem, it states that it is resting on HP on one of its edges. Okay, that's fine. That means I have to keep the prism basically on first HP. On a HP. That means top view is the hexagon. Top view is the hexagon. So I'll draw the XY line first. I'll draw the XY line first. Okay. Now I'll draw the hexagon first. So hexagon I'll draw. What is size of the hexagon? 25 mm side. So I know you know how to draw the hexagon. So you have to use angle method. Okay, you know the same method what you followed for the drawing a pentagon. Same method you have to follow. So length of the hexagon side is how much here? 25 mm. So I'll type 25 mm from length here in ribbon bar. So I'll angle first. I'll make a tab angle 0. First you complete the hexagon. Then you can position as per the requirement of the problem. So angle 0. First you have drawn. Next again it is asked length here. You can see my cursor here. Length it will ask 25. Again it is asking the what here? Your angle. So it is what is the include angle of hexagon? It is 120, means the outside angle is 60. So I'll type 60 here. So again I draw the length here 25. Again angle 60 plus 60 it becomes 120. So I'll draw this, and again length 25. Then okay 160. 120 plus 60 180. So I type 180. So then 25 length again, right, 180 means it is minus 120. So minus 120 type here. So it type here. Then you can close the hexagon like this also, or you can type the angle also. I can type the angle here. Length type 25. Angle I'll type here minus 60. Minus 60. So this is the completion of the hexagon by angle method. Right. So this you have drawn. Okay. Now I'll zoom my working area now. Okay. I zoom this working area. So I'll show here. First I'll reposition this hexagon as per the requirement. In the problem what he says that it is resting on one of its edges. Now if you observe the whatever hexagon I have drawn here, it is the corner. This is the corner. See my cursor here. This is the corner. Right side corner. Left side also corner. That means if I tilt this solid in clockwise, anti-clockwise, it rests on corner, not on edge. That's why I have to rotate this figure such that you should get edge to the right side, because we are interested in solids right side of the portion of the object always. So what I'll do, I use a rotation command. It is a rotation command I'll use it. So I'll choose the figure. Okay, I'll rotate the figure in this way. So I'll make the vertical. Now see, I'll take center of this line. I'll make it vertical. That means I'll take this end as center of rotation. This is any point on the line or end of the line. I'll take it as a start of rotation. Start of rotations here. It is asking for point to rotate from. Point to rotate from where you want to rotate. So I'll choose this end of the line as a my start of rotation. That means I'll choose in this way. I'll make it vertical like this. See, you can see here. This is vertical. Okay. Before positioning it, you have to make sure that the copy option is off, because original figure you don't want. That's why you have to make it vertical like this. See, can you see symbol? Vertical symbol is coming there at the side of cursor. It is showing 90. Rotation angle is showing 90. See there. Rotation angle is showing here. You can show it. It is in 90. You can see here. Okay. So I'll do it this way. Now this is the position what you require as per the problem. Now I'll drag this. Don't use any command here. Just you select the whole figure and just drag it and bring it properly where you want. You can keep it. So this is fit to the screen. Now I'll zoom the working area. My working area, I'll zoom it. Okay, now I'll name it. So text command you choose. So I'll name here. It is A in bracket A1. It is I hope you can remember the previous solid problem. Okay, so A1 is a longer edge. A is top edge, A1 is bottom. So again I type here, click here. It is a B in bracket B1. Okay, and again I type here. It is C in bracket C1. And here I type here D in bracket D1. Okay. Now this one I type it here. It is a ACDE. It is E in bracket E1. F in bracket F1. Okay, so F in bracket F1. Now I'll project here. Now I'll draw I want to project this particular solid hexagon to get front view. Now as it is a prism, the front view is a rectangular shape. It is a rectangular shape. I'll project all the points. Now I'll project here. 0.18 I am using here, or you can use 0.35 to see it clearly. Before that, I should make sure that it is the view. I make it dark. So I'll make it. Actually, you have to do examination 0.5 thick, any visible view. But here I am making 0.1 mm, 0.7. Why? Because to see it clearly in the video. So okay, now I'll use this one. Now here, so 0.35 I'll use for position 9. So I'll draw the projector. Okay, this projector. I'm drawing front view now. So what is the height here? I should find out for the axis point. So to find axis point here, so I'll to join these two lines. I'll join by thin line. These two thin lines. So I'll join any two diagonals. These are diagonals of the hexagon. From here it is axis point. So axis point and this point remain same. So axis point is not seen because it BB1. See, you can see here BB1 is longer edge. It is seen behind exactly BB1. You have axis. So axis will not be seen. That's why I don't draw axis. So only you have to draw edge here. BB1 edge is seen. Now when I project here, what is the height? Height of the figure is 50 as mentioned. Axis height is 50 as mentioned. 50. Okay, then here it is also 50 here. Okay, so this is the 50, and this edge is BB1 edge is seen. Behind BB1 E1 is there and axis is there. So this edge is seen. This is the front view of this hexagon. Now this I'll make it dark. So I'll use dark here. I use 0.5, 0.7 I'll use. Okay, now so here A, B, C, D, E, F is a top face. A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1 is the bottom face. Okay, so now I'll name it once again. So outside here A is seen, F is hidden at the top. A dash in bracket F dash. Okay, here A1 dash in bracket F1 dash. So here B seen, E is in outside top here, B dash in bracket E dash. and it is a C dash in bracket. I complete the first part, top part, and this here B1 is seen, E1 hidden at the bottom here, B1 dash in bracket, E1 dash. It is C1 dash in bracket, B1 dash. Okay, this is the figure. So this is the way you have to make the naming. I hope you understood. Previously you also explained in the other problems. Now I'll show the dimensions. Dimension is 25. This axis height is 50. So I'll write later on this x, y, and v, p, h, p. Now this is the figure. Now see this right side. This is also edge. This is also edge. But sorry. But in solids we are considering the right portion. This is interested for this point. Key, see my cursor. This point is important. Now C1 D1 is the edge which is resting on. If I tilt this solid in this way clockwise, you can see the clockwise movement here. So if I tilt here, I'll show here. So if I tilt in this way, this figure, so this is the resting corner. So CD is the resting corner. So what happens? Resting on C1 D1, resting on C1 D1, and solid comes in this way. So tilts here. Okay. So that I have to do second position. Now when I tilt in this way, so view of the second position, front view remains same. Front view remains same. So I'll draw here. Now I'll transfer the figure. Now how to transfer this whole figure here? Before that, axis and the outline, they are both are parallel. Axis angle is with HP, how much he has mentioned? 45. Axis angle 45 means the side, the outline side, all the longer edge angle should be 45 only. So that's why I will draw the first this line, this line. See my cursor. This line I'll draw first. I take one convenient point, and angle how much he has mentioned? 45 degree. 45 degree angle I'll type here. So length is 50. Angle 45 degree. So I'll draw this first. So this I'll draw. This line I make it 0.7. Then what I'll do, I can draw this from, this is the sketching part we can do here. Then I'll draw this length. This length is how much here? This length you have to measure by compass, or measure by, or you can by transfer compass. This distance you have to transfer in this way. This distance you have to transfer. This distance 43.3 you have to take it here. 40.3 you have to take it here because it's vertical. Then you have to complete this rectangle. But this I am telling only for sketching. Sketching part I am telling. What you do? You draw a line like this from here. Okay. So by compass you can draw vertical line 90 degree for this one. Just draw one line here. This line 43.33 is there. Just draw a long line. Okay. This angle you set. First this angle you set. This is already 45 it is set. It is fixed. Fix it now. Now this angle you set. How much you want? This angle you want 90 degrees. Correct? From there you draw another line. Okay. From there you draw another line here. Vertical line, long line you draw. Parallel this one. Okay, this is your draw. So angle you just cross verify, measure the angle. How much you get angle? 87 you are getting, 90 you get. Undo. So this length you have to maintain 50. So this, and then you have to change the angle here. It is how much? 90. So this is the, I am telling about sketching part. Sketching you don't do dimension here. You draw 50 mm line at angle 45 degree. From there you draw verticals. Then this distance you transfer. This distance you 43 point. This distance by compass you just don't measure by scale. From here you draw arc. You get draw this opposite line and complete the figure. So this is sketching part I am telling. But in computer drafting, when you are using computer, then it is very easy. So it's not necessary you have to do all these things. So then okay, then what to do? See here. How to do it now? See here. Now what you can do is that use move command. Select the whole figure. I hold control. Now see here. I am selecting. So now I'll move it about this point. So copy option will make it on because I want original figure should be in first position. So I'll bring it here and keep it somewhere here. Okay, then what I'll do, I go to rotation command. I'll choose this. I want this, see this end same C1 D1 disk. Can you see here? This end. See my cursor. About this should be on the XY line because it should be an HP. So this should go above. That means what is the angle of this one? This angle is how much? So this angle is how much with the axis angle 45 means this angle is 45. So what I'll do, I'll take this rotation command, take this as center of my rotation, and this I'll choose. I make it, what is the angle? This is, see this angle is 0, this is 45 I want. So in a position angle I'll make it how much here? 45 degrees. 45 means what happens? Automatically this angle comes 45. Okay, this angle is also how much? 45, because this is the coordinate. This is 45 we want. Now this one 45. If I maintain this, I get 45. So I'll delete this one. Here I have to show 45. I have to show 45 here. So this is supposed to be a 45 degree because it is the axis angle. Okay, now I'll transfer the naming. So how to transfer naming? Don't type once again. You reduce your time. Okay. Don't use, okay, reduce your time of working. So I'll use move command, coefficient on, select the letter, I'll bring it. This is the A dash F dash. See, I'll bring it here, I keep it here. So you keep it here, this way. This one I keep it here. This I'll keep it here. And this will be here. I'm not shown the axis point here. So I'll show axis here. O in bracket O1. Because O1 is hidden. So I'll show here O dash. And here it is O1 dash. Okay, this is the point. So I'll transfer these 2 points also. Which points? Move this point, it is here. So I'll keep it here. O1 dash, I'll keep it here. Okay, now I'll project. Now from here, now see here, this portion is seen. So I'll show you. Okay, now I'll show you, sorry distribution. Now I'll show you, now here from top, when you see here, now see. So when I look from top here, this portion is hexagonal portion. This is the rectangular portion. Okay, from top if I see this direction, hexagon is seen. A, B, C, D, E, F is hexagon. This hexagon is not seen, it is at the bottom. Okay, it is at the bottom. Now what I'll do, first I'll avoid confusion. First this hexagon I see means I'll project all these hexagon points. So what I'll do, I'll go to the projection line 0.35. From here I'll drop hexagon. I told you now use 90 degree option. Okay, so alignment indicator is on here, should be on. Now here is A. Where is A here? A is here. This is A. Okay, then F is where? This is F. Then where is B and E? B is here. So use 90 degree because you easily vertically can maintain. So this is the BB1. So it is E1. Then this is CCD. 90 degree. Okay, this is DD1. Next, now this hexagon is seen. So I'll transfer this naming here and type this naming here. This is what? It is a A, this is a B, this is C, this is D, this is E, and this is a F. So I'll join this. It's a view. That's why I'm joining with 0.7 thick from A, B, end points. You have to choose the end points. Okay, this is next. Project remaining. Now what you do? Project remaining points. Just you don't think about other points. Now this is F. I'll take this side. A. I'll take this side. Okay. So now here, next I told you the another concept. This is the extreme projector. This is another one projector. This is the projector of AA1. Okay. Now here, this is the extreme projector. This is the first projector. This is the last projector. In this, I told you, if I draw one line here, bifurcate here, this portion is seen portion. This portion is seen. Some are seen, some are not. Some are seen means which are coming as border, they are seen. Which are coming inside, they are not seen. So here, in this, now first I project all the remaining point. Okay, that is you have to keeping that in mind. You project all remaining points. Remaining points here means this is a B1, B1, E1. This is a B1. Projector of B1, E1 is already there. The projector of C1, D1, it is here. Okay, then I'll type here. This is the A1. This is the B1. This is C1. This is the D1. This is the E1. And this is the F1. Correct? Now I'll join this. Now, before joining, you should see that border always seen. Border is always seen. Now see which is border here. Now if I start from B, for example, B, C, D, E, E1, F1, A1, B1. See border means what here? This is the border. Border is this one. From here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. And from this F1 to A1, A1, B1, B1, B. This is the called border. So border is always seen. Border is always seen. Okay, next, now when you look from top, I told you, when I look from top here, this here, this A dash, A1 dash, it is a longer edge. F dash, F1 longer, it is coming towards the observer. That means A1 is seen, F1 is seen. Yes or no? So A1 is seen, F1 is seen. And another analysis is that A and F, these are corners. Corner A completely seen. Corner F is also completely seen. Means which are corner completely seen, all lines going from that corner, all are seen. Means here, A is corner here. How many lines will go from this corner? 3 lines. One longer side and 2 base edges. Now here AB is one already joined, seen. AF is one already joined, is seen because corner is seen. So A1 is longer, it is joined. Now here again same way F is corner is seen here. From this corner whatever lines will go, all are seen. So it is FE, FA, FF. Correct? FE, FA, FF. It decides here. Correct? Then same way, now this you join. Next remaining which are points remained here now. See this C1 is remained and D1 is remained. This is they are resting on HP here. This corner. This corner C1 corner, D1 corner both are not seen. Both are not seen. That's why lines going from this corner all are hidden. All are hidden. That means what? C1 B1 is hidden. C1 C is hidden. C1 D1 is hidden. Correct? And D1 D is longer edge, it is hidden. Okay, D1 E1 is hidden. Okay, right? So these are 3 points from this one. So in this way it is a figure. I hope you can understand this, analyzing the hidden lines, seen lines. Now I will draw it here. Border is always seen, I told you. So you join from here. From here to here it is border. It is a border. It is a border. Border is seen. Now I told you this, I zoom this here now. This A1 F1 is seen because corner A is seen. This is seen. This is seen. Then remaining points here C1 D1, it is from here. C1 corner is not seen. See here, it is not seen. D1 is also corner not seen. That means this is hidden. I make it change line here. This is C1 B hidden. C1 C is hidden. D1 same way here also. D1 is C1. I'll show from here only. D1 D is hidden. D1 E1 is hidden. Sorry, taken wrong position. D1 is here. It is hidden. And D1 this D1 E1 is hidden. Hidden. And this is hidden. That means what? Now see, if you keep cursor, you get one mouse side. Which line you want? Don't want? You don't want this line. Okay, so you can choose here. Okay, this is hidden. This is hidden. Hidden. Okay, now this you have joined. Oh, okay, now axis point remains here only. Axis point is project here. This point is axis point or project here. This is the axis point. Up to here is axis, and this here I will show convert to axis. From here to here it is axis, because this one is here, O is here. Okay, now I'll type this as a what? This face is in means here you can type O1 O, and this you can type in bracket O1. So this is the O1. So this figure here drawn. This is the figure. Okay, so this is the, I hope you can understand this topic. Just to make it feel like a 3D figure, I'll make it in this way. Okay, so this is the figure. So these projection lines, what are inside now? You can remove this projection lines. You can remove these projection lines. If you want, you can remove it. Okay, here also you choose here the second line. You can choose this projection lines. Okay, so these lines here also. And show here projection line here from the here only you show continuous line. Yes sir, ಏನ್ರಿ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಲಿ ಹಾಂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. So I'll stop here. I'll come back to you for next part. So just wait. Now see here the third position now. Okay, third position, because I haven't taken continuous video because it is MB will increase much. That's why now next third position. I hope you understood the up to second position, right? So second position, it is a topic is drawn now. So I hope you understood the how to analyze hidden lines and seen lines. Okay, this now next what he says that the here just I'll 45 to make it. Sorry, so small disturbance was there. So now the third position I will draw now. So he says that when the axis is inclined at 45 degree to HP and appears to be inclined to VP at 40 degrees. Now here this axis, see here this axis, it has to incline to VP now. This axis presently inclined to HP now 45 degrees. It is the top view you have drawn. Now this axis at present in second position, if you observe here, if I zoom this area here, this I will zoom it. Now here this axis is parallel to VP now, because this is VP and this is HP. Axis is parallel to VP now. Okay, so this axis has to make angle with the VP. How much angle is mentioned? He mentions here in the problem he has mentioned in this way. It is appears to be inclined to VP. He mentions here. See here what here appears to be inclined to VP at 40 degrees. Appears to be inclined means what? It looks like to be inclined to VP, but it is not exactly making angle with VP. How much angle? 40 degree. 40 degree is apparent angle here. It is a apparent angle. Angle with true angle with VP. It appears to be inclined to be if it is removed, and it is inclined to VP at 40 degree means if the same wording is there, this wording is there. Sorry, this wording is there. Then it is a true angle. But he mentions appears to be inclined to VP means it is a apparent angle. Don't go for locus. So how to draw the problem of locus and not locus method? Okay, not locus method. That's why I taken this problem here. So now how to draw this third position? You can see here. Okay, so I'll zoom my zoom or area of working here. This area I will zoom it. Okay, now see this axis see again wherever I highlighted here, it is axis. This has to be parallel. This is parallel to VP now. This has to be inclined to VP. Now here the axis length is apparent. Angle is also apparent. This axis length actually how much it is 50. But what is axis length? If you measure here, see here, if you measure the axis how much length it is not 50, it is 35.36. Sorry, 35.36. And you may have question in your mind, confusion, sir. Axis is apparent and why you are not taking locus? Here axis is apparent and also angle is apparent because he has mentioned appears to be inclined to VP at 40 degrees, means angle is also apparent. So apparent angle, apparent length, true angle, true length. So apparent angle, so that's why what I will do, now I will draw the angle line. See, now I will draw here, I don't draw line from XY line because if I transfer the figure it may touch the XY line, that's why it have some gap from XY line, and draw on the small horizontal line to the XY line, then you draw an angle line in this way. I repeat once again here. So you draw a small line here and then you draw the line here, this line in this way. So this line, what is the angle with VP you want? Apparent angle with VP you want 40 degrees. So I'll change this angle to how much? 40 degrees. So type 40 here in the ribbon bar, it becomes 40. Now on this line, I have to keep this axis. Which axis? I have to keep this axis O1 on this line because the axis appears to be inclined to VP at 40 degrees, means the same axis, apparent length, this apparent length, apparent angle. I have to keep this. Now that means I have to transfer the same figure. I have to transfer same second position top view to the third position with orientation of 40 degrees. So for that you have to use the command move and rotation command. So what I will do here now, I will transfer this figure. So how to transfer? First I hold control, I select all the lines of this second position top view. See here, I am choosing all the lines including hidden lines, seen lines, so of the object. Now see, there is no line here, it is showing a continuous selection. That's why what I will do, I will draw a line here. From here to here, it is line not there, sorry, and then draw a line here. Correct? This is the line. Okay, now dry. Now I will hold control, select all the lines of the second position top view. Along with the axis and lines. So this figure you have to, in this I have not chosen. See, this is also not drawn here. It is showing a position line. That's why I'll draw here. I'll draw here one line from this end, 0.5 thick, 0.7 thick. It is a scene, it is the edge. Okay, now I select everything. Or you can do in this way also, box. So if you choose box, sometimes what happens? Sometimes you will not choose this line, correct lines. So this is also continuous line showing here. That's why what I will do here, this line, another line I draw. This is the position line. Or there are so many ways you can do it. I can trim this one, or I can split this one. Split this line at this point, so it becomes separate. See here, it becomes a separate. You choose 0.7. Okay, so now I'll choose 1, 2, 3. I hope this now all the lines are correct now. So you just listen, see carefully what I am doing here. So I am selecting all these lines. Okay, these lines are correct, and this line I select. And axis also I select, and this is line I select. Or I think all lines are over now. So now what I will do, I will move this. I will take O1 or O, because I want O1 should be on this line. That's why I will take O1 here. Bring the figure here. See, you can see the figure here. So in preview you can see. You have selected everything. all the lines, required lines. Now I'll keep this figure in this way. I'll keep this point, any one point on this line here like this. Okay, here I'll keep it here. See, I'll keep it. So copy option should be on, because on here is on because origin figure should be there of second position. So I'll draw here, keep it here. Right click, you remain in selected mode. You remain in selected mode. See, it is a pink now, selected position. Now what you do, it is easy to rotate now. So now you what you do, this figure you have to rotate such that this point, see, you can see here, I zoom this area. This point should be there only on this line, and this point of the axis should come here. That means I'll make this a center of rotation. Any point on the line I can choose, or I can choose the end point, bring this whole figure on this line. So you can see the symbol is there at the side of the cursor. It is a line coming on the line. Line is on the line and point is on the line. So copy option should be off there. It is off here now. See, you should not keep original figure. So I'll click it here. This is the position. Right. So this is the, if it was screen. Now what you do after doing all these things, now you shift this figure. For your drawing purpose, you shift the figure. So I'll show you here. Hold control, deselect this one. I'll just shift the figure. How I'll shift? I'll move it. This point somewhere here on the line. In this way. This position remains same. Otherwise, you keep it there only, no problem. Okay, it is up to you. Now I'll transfer the naming. Now you know that I'm tilting the figure in this way. See, I'm kept figure, this figure here means I'm tilting whole figure. I'll show here. See, I'm tilting the figure in this way. That's why this portion of A, B, see here, this portion of A, B, C, D, B, C, D, E, this is coming here. This portion it is. Right? And the A1, B1, F1, F1, B, this portion it is. I hope you can understand. Okay? So this face is seen face for this top view. Okay? And this is some portion is hidden here. Okay, now see here, now I am tilting anti-clockwise means, now when I tilt the figure, see, I am tilting this figure, once again I'll show. I am tilting the figure in this way means, I am tilting this front view in this way. Okay, that means this base, see my cursor, this base is coming towards you and this is going away from you. See, this is going away from you, this is because you are looking from here. This base comes towards you and this go away from you. That means what? In this position, this when I look from front here, this A1, B1, C1, D1 face, bottom base, it is seen. This is hidden. This is the hidden. Now when you draw this front view, you have to keep in mind that this face, which face? This face. This face is seen and this face is hidden. In that, some portion are seen, some portion are hidden means, some portion are seen means it are coming as a border. So this portion, that means A1, B1, C1, D1, here it is seen. So why I am telling, because to draw the front view, if you know this clarity from initial level itself, from during transferring of this the second position, top view to third position, so getting front view with hidden lines, correct hidden lines is very easy for you. I am tilting the figure in this way and keeping here. So that means this base ABC, A1, B1, C1, D1, F1 is coming towards the observer, and this is going from this portion is going away from the observer. I hope you understand. Okay. Now I'll transfer naming. So I'll use the move command to avoid repeated typing. Use copy option on here. A, where is A here? A is here. Where is B here? This B is here. So where is C? C is here. This is C I'll transfer. D I'll transfer. This E I'll transfer. This F I'll transfer. Correct? And this A1 I transfer. This A1 is here. So you can see this A1 is coming here. So this B1 I transfer. C1 I transfer. This C1 is here. D1 is here. And E1 is here. And it is F1. Correct? Now we'll project. Projection line 0.35. Now see, I told you A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1. See this bottom base, this base here, it is seen from front. When I look from front here for third position, it is seen. That's why I collect all those points first. All those points first. So it is 90 degree option I choose. So this is the 0.35, and where is there here? I'll repeat once again. This A1 90 degree. A1 is here. See here, this is A1. This is the A1. It's 90 degree. This is A1. Again it has become darker. I'll change it. I'll make it light so that you can figure you can see very easily. Okay. So A1 is here. 90 degree. This is the A1. Correct? This is A1. Then where is B1? This is B1. I choose 90 degree. B1 is where here. See, this is B1. This point is B1 point. So this is B1. Then C1 is where this point. You zoom and you can select. You can if you want. So this is this is the end point. From here I start with C1. It's coming on equivalent. It is here only. I'll show here equivalent. Now where is D1? D1 is also equivalent. This is a equivalent. Where is E1? E1 is here. See, this is the B1 E1 line. It's already there. It is the E1. This is F1. F1 is A1 F1 is here. It is a F1. That means what? This face is seen. So I'll type here. Don't copy. So where is A1 here? You see, this is A1. I'll type it. It is A1. A1 dash. A1 dash. And this is where is B1 here. This is the B1 dash. Just I'll type. Later on you can adjust it. B1 dash. Where is C1? It is a C1 dash here. Here it is C1 dash. It is C1 dash. And this is the D1 dash. And this is the E, it is E1 dash. And this is the F1 dash. Right? So I'll keep it properly now. This is the F1 dash. This is the E1 dash. This is the A1 dash. Okay. This is D1 dash. And this is the B1 dash. And this is the C1 dash. Correct? This base is seen. A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1. Base is a seen base. That's why I'll join by thick line. So I may use 0.7. A1 dash, B1 dash. And end line you have to choose. End point, end point, end point, end point, end point. This face is seen. This face is seen. Now then what you do, remaining points which are A, B, C, D, E, you will just blindly transfer them first. Project them. Blindly project them. So now here from where is A, this is A. Where is I choose 90 degree, A is here. This is A, this is B. B, this is C. Okay, this is C. Then where is D here? This is D here. D is on XY line here. And where is E? E is here. Correct? You got all 6 points. So just now see here, just go, don't get confused. There's so many points here. Now I'll type here. See where is A? This A is here. I bring it here. It is A dash. It is A dash. And here it is B. It is B dash. And here it is C. It is C. It is C dash. And here it is a D. Where is D here? D is here. It is D dash. And where is E? E is here. See, this is E. It is E dash. And this is the what F. F I not taken. So F I will take it here, project it here. It's coming on this line. F is coming on this line. Yeah. Here it is F. So because this is the F. This is the F. Now I'll type this as F. F dash. Correct? Now you see here, this is the A1, B1, C1, D1, C1. Okay. Sorry, A dash, B dash, sorry, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash. Now here, in this portion, I told you, again if you see the projections, again I tell rule, this is the extreme projector, this is the extreme projector. So if I from here to F1 to this C point, if I draw a line, so this portion is seen completely, and this portion, some are seen, some are not seen. Now first you join borders. Which are borders here now? I start, suppose if I start from here, I'll just show you first. Okay, if I start from here, if I start from D1, see this is the water. C1. If I start from A1 here, now this is the border you can see. C1 C it is the border. C1 B1 it is a C dash B dash is border. C dash A dash is border. A dash F dash is border. F dash F1 dash is border. Yes or no? This becomes a border. Because you should line a meaningful lines. You cannot join C dash to A dash because there is no meaning for C dash A dash. B dash A dash is a base edge. C dash C1 dash is the longer edge. F dash F1 dash is the longer edge. I cannot join F dash to E dash. There is no meaning. So you have to join proper, okay, meaningful lines. So it's a border now. Okay, now I can join. After joining, what happens here? This you get 4 points inside. This A1 dash is inside, B1 dash is inside, and you will get a D dash here inside. You get E dash inside. Now if you observe all these 4 points on the bottom here, at the bottom you can see here, where is the E dash, D dash, E dash is here. See, E is here, D is here. It's completely away from the observer. Whereas A1 dash, B1 dash, which is here below here, they are near to the observer. Okay, that means what? A1 dash and B1 dash corner is completely seen. A1 dash, B1 corner completely seen. That means A1 dash, B1 dash seen. A1 dash, F1 dash seen, already joined. A1 dash, A dash is seen. B1 dash, B dash is seen. That means what? A1 dash, A dash is seen. B1 dash, B dash is seen. And already you are joined. B dash, A dash you are joined. B1 dash, C1 dash you are joined. B1 dash, A1 dash you are joined. Now which is remaining point? 2 points. E dash, E dash. They are completely not seen. So A dash corner is not seen means what? E dash to F dash it is a hidden. E dash to D dash it is hidden. And E dash to E1 dash it is hidden. Here it is hidden. It is hidden. I change the color. Okay, change the color here. Okay, now change the color here. I'll show the color. See, this is hidden. E dash, this is hidden, and D dash, D1 dash is also hidden. This is hidden. This is hidden. Now from D dash, E dash is also hidden. I hope you can understood. Okay, now I'll show here once again. Now what I'll do? First I'll join the borders. I'll join the borders, 0.7 thick. C1 dash, C dash, end points. C dash, B dash, end point. B dash, A dash, end point. This is end point. This is also end point. And F dash, F1 dash, it is end point. Now, as I told you, see this A1 and B1 near to the observer. They are completely seen. B1 is seen and A1 is also seen because corner A1 is seen. That's why A1, A dash, A1 dash, it is seen. B dash, B1 dash, B dash, it is seen. And remaining what here? E dash, D dash, it is not seen. Remaining lines are from A1 dash, you are already joined. A1 dash, F1 dash, A1 dash, B1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, it is already joined. So I'll zoom the area now. So if you observe here, this point E dash is here. And now I'll bring this E dash somewhere here. So this is E dash. Where is D dash? D dash is here. So from E dash, B dash corner, both are not seen. That means line going from this corner, all are hidden. How many lines should go from here? See, E dash, sorry, it is E dash here. E dash, E1 dash, it is hidden. Okay, D dash, E dash, D dash, hidden. Okay, then E dash, F dash, hidden. Correct? Now from D dash, again it is hidden, corner hidden. So D dash, E dash already joined. From D dash to D1 dash, it is hidden. So D dash to E dash, C dash, it is hidden. Okay, for that what you do? You trim it to show it clearly. Okay, now we join from D dash, C dash. Now here, as this C dash now not seen, you have to keep it in vertical. So double click on that, you get a cursor here. So I'll show the undo. So it is a cursor. Okay, so I'll show this. Okay, that I'll should be in bucket. What I'm doing is I'm doing in bucket. I'm bringing this in bucket. So double click here on this one. Okay, so you can see here. Yes, it is. They are hidden. Why they are hidden? They are, because sorry, why they are hidden here? They are completely away from the observer, completely away from the. So this E dash, this area D dash, they are completely away from observer. That's why they are not seen. So this is solution for the problem. Now what remaining here? Axis is remained. Axis is not transferred here. I transfer axis also. So axis is here. This is axis point here. See, can you choose the point? If you are getting two, if you are having two lines on one above the other, you can just bring the cursor here. See, on the line, and you'll find on mouse. So you'll find on the right click, right side black button. So you click here, you get two lines. This is the one line. This showing here this line. The red. This is the another line. This is the axis. Choose this one. So from here I draw a line. So from the end here I draw a line. This is the axis point. 90-degree option I'll choose to make it vertical. So here O1 is here on the same point. It is a point. Sorry. Okay. Next, from here O1 I'll draw vertical up to this one, this point. Now I'll join this line as a hidden line. Sorry, not hidden line. Sorry, it is the axis line, chain line it is. Okay, for your understanding, I'll make this on a video. I'll change its color. I'll change thickness also. This is axis. Okay, so I'll now type named here. This is the O. This is the in bracket O1, and here this O is here not seen now. This is the O dash. In bracket O dash it is a O1 dash. O1 dash it is seen. Okay, this is solution for the problem. Okay, I hope you understood this problem. Now this is solution. If you do this much problem, it is a worth of 60 marks problem. It is 40 marks problem. It is. You will be having only one problem. There is no choice. So this much work you have to do on this problem. Now I have not shown here VPHP. You can show VPHP here. This side you can show, or this side you can show. I show here is VP and this is HP, and you draw extend the line. So I have not drawn here. Okay, so this is VP and this is HP. So you type here it is X, capital X, capital Y. Okay, this is solution for our problem. And remaining lines, these lines, these are all projection lines. Remember, these are all equation lines. I made it darker. Just I made it dark because of understanding. I made it dark. So now, so this is the solution for the problem. So if you have queries, and even you can show arrows, you use a later command. You can show arrows like this. So like these arrows. I'll zoom here. You can show arrows like this. One arrow is sufficient. Anywhere you show one arrow is sufficient. One arrow is sufficient. Okay. Here also, this here also. You can show here arrows here. You have to create the point exactly on the line only. If you set outside, it will show the round field okay mark. You have to show in this. You have to show in this way. So this is solution. And from here also you have to show the arrows. So if you do completely correctly everything, naming everything, dimensioning, then you get full 40 marks. Remember. So this is solution. Now for your feeling of this one solid here, even if you want, you can thickness, just feel to understand the feeling of this 3D figure I am doing here. Don't do this in the examination. So I am doing this one dark 2 mm thick. I hope you can understand this figure, right? So if you want, you can fill it also. So this is solution for the problem. Okay, let it be. I wanted to spell it. So this is solution problem. So if you have doubts, you can ask. So this is the you can. Then next I'll go to the video. I saw one problem on pyramid only, because remaining the drawing method remains. Now I have seen, you have seen 3 problems I solved on prisms. The drawing methodology of using solid software, it is simply remains the same. So I'll take a problem of pyramid now. Next video, pyramid 1 or 2 problems. Okay, one problem on pyramid, one problem on cone. I'll take it. Then we'll move on to the next chapter. I'll go to the development of surface of solids. So isometric I take it later on. Development is very easy to draw, and little bit work, not much work is there. Isometric needs imagination, a lot of imagination. That's why I will take the isometric later on. So we go to development part. Thank you.